Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spoody.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves. That's right, toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. Hey, guys.
Hey, what's
What's
up?
up?
What's up, girl?
If this is your first episode with us, hey, man, that's so cool.
Hey, man.
It's so cool that you're here. I love it. But you'll find out soon enough. We're not toy experts. We just like talking toys, okay? So it's okay. Don't get all caught up on them details.
Yeah. On the deets.
On those deeds.
Let's get caught up onto the details.
I started getting there
Yeah,
a little
you
bit.
did a little
I don't know what happened. I don't either. All right, let's introduce these turds, this band, your fellow podcast co-hosts. On lead vocals and rhythm guitar, he's our real American hero. It's Corey Canny.
Perfect.
On vocals and lead guitar and a true master of the universe, the quiet one, Elgin Arney.
Bienvenido. Hoy es 5 de mayo. Y tengo el bordel.
Yo quiero el gato en mi pantalones.
You had your turn.
I
Yeah.
want to.
Next up on the bass guitar, he's more than meets the eye. He's our Transformers guy. It's Spooty.
Slapping that bass.
Hey.
Hey, what you doing over there? Playing with toys.
Transforming.
And on drums, it's me. My name's Jason. Hi. And I like toys and stuff. That's cool. We have a very important topic on today's show. We're going to be talking about some of the best practices in shipping toys, and we'll even share some of our horror stories, too. We're also going to visit a toy store from right here in the Midwest that's just a stone's throw away from a family friend's house. Oh, I know Elgin went there.
Sure did.
I can't wait to hear about it. But before we get going, guys, I got a quick little trivia game for you guys.
Trivia.
That's right. Here we go. Who wants to go first? Who
Me.
want-
But
Okay.
we're not experts, so how are we going to even do it?
I just thought it'd be fun.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Corey, in what year did G.I. Joe go from that wonderful 12-inch figure line to their superior 3 3/4-inch figures? And how many characters were released in the first wave, including carded vehicle drivers and mail-aways?
13.
Ooh.
But what year?
And so there's two questions for all you
82.
guys. 1982, that's right.
1782.
No.
Fuck! Mail-aways, 15.
15 total toys. Yeah, there were 1 mail away, 4 drivers, and 10 figures. I looked it up. I saw things. 15.
Yeah, cool.
That's
That's
cool.
a
How
lot.
many of them you think you got?
None.
You don't have any of the
No, I
first
don't
wave?
collect the
Wait.
82 ones. They're stupid.
Whoa.
The
Is it-
arms don't swivel, and they
Oh,
have
yeah.
big, giant diaper waists, and I think that I think the 82 figures look dumb. The 82 and a half figures are
Right,
swivel.
right.
It's all the same characters, but they're swivel arm, and they have skinny breakable dicks, and they
Getting really
they're
loud.
way more expensive and way more valuable than the 82s. But I don't have any of the 80. I don't have any 82 characters.
That's cool.
There's Grunt in that 82.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I had him as a kid when
Ooh.
I...
Back when you were a Joe collector.
No, when I saw it in the book that
Oh, yeah.
I got for Corey.
Yeah. It's an awesome book.
It's a fly.
I've been through it many times.
Who wants to go next?
Oh, God, I guess.
Okay. In what... There are two questions. In what
Right.
year did He-Man and the Masters of the Universe go from Big Jim figures to what they are known today? And how many characters only, not creatures, vehicles, or playsets, were in that first wave? What year and how many figures?
82 is their 40th anniversary is this year, so it's 2022.
Yep, but I saw a lot of places said 81.
Yeah. There's
So
some
it was a
on
little
there.
gray. I'm fine with that. 81, 82.
Mattel's official 40th anniversary is this
They
year.
count 82.
So they're counting as 82.
Okay, okay. And then how
81.
many just figures
Just figured.
in that wave
So
one?
there's He-Man. Like I get the pen. He-Man, Skeletor, Man-at-Arms, Tila, Beastman, Zodak. It's only 7.
I didn't have my list ready to.
Oh, sorry. He-Man.
Yep,
Skeletor.
yep,
Man-at-Arms.
yep,
Tila.
yep,
Zodak.
yep,
Stratos.
yep.
That's the one that you used to say
Beastman.
before. When you
Beastman.
only,
Yeah.
So there's one more.
Stratos is the one you didn't
Yeah.
say when you got to 7
Yeah.
before.
And I'm at 8.
Merman is the one
And
you didn't say.
Merman,
The
yeah.
So
Seaman.
8.
Yeah.
8 total figures.
Yes.
And how are you doing on that? Got 'em.
I have all of those.
Heck yeah, you
For
do.
sure. Wave 1. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Good job. Good job. So, Spooty, you ready? Hey, no cheating. Okay, you ready for yours?
Fine.
From which two Japanese toy lines were the first wave of American Transformers comprised of in 1984? And how many figures were released in that main first wave, not including Mailways?
It was 26.
Ooh.
Or is it 28?
It was 28.
28.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was Diaclone and
See, that's what I knew you were a little
Micronauts.
close. Micro change.
Micro change.
2 words. Micro change. It's easy. I struggle with that one too sometimes, but anyway, I thought that'd be fun. Put you all on the spot.
Where's your trivia question?
I already answered them before the show. Hey, but you can follow us on Twitter at Cracktastic Pod and on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon at Cracktastic Plastic. But all that can be found at cracktasticplastic.com, that sweet little website. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs. They also have an armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry for your toys, some really cool backdrops for dioramas and things. Man, it's such a cool site. Check them out. Toyhacks.com.
There were 16 figures released in 1982.
No, I'll show you my list. If you got to do this on the show,
I will, and I will tell you the extra one.
there's my 15 that I got. I don't have the page with the names. I assume you will know them by names, but oh yeah, I know. That's the page I was on.
But you didn't scroll to the right.
No, that's something. Oh,
So there's Hawk.
hey, there is one more.
There's Hawk there, and he is not on your page. So yeah, it's
I just cropped it wrong.
yeah, you cropped it wrong. Yeah,
Nice.
I knew because like that didn't sound right because there was like I don't remember. Anyway, yeah.
Hey,
I
nice
said
work.
13, but I'm stupid. Yeah, I meant there's the original 16, and yeah.
All right, it was a
can't
test.
be-
I got it
I
wrong
can't believe
twice,
Evelyn
though.
wasn't released on Wave 1. She should have been.
She
I
really
think-
should
yeah.
have, right?
Instead of. Anyway.
But hey, right now, guys, let's talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
Alrighty, Corey Canny, you're up first, pal. What do you got?
I got these in the mail. Got this from you. Got the
Cool.
All right, next.
core. I got a couple of Lanyard the core figures. These are the Laser Force guys.
Oh, I thought they only made the white suited ones.
No, they made all kinds of stuff that was terrible, and then the white suited ones and these guys. Anyway,
Corpsey.
the guy in your left hand. His name is Lars.
Lars
That's
or
cool.
Ulrich.
Yeah, I'm sure it's an anagram for something. He is complete. I got him on eBay, and then they were a package deal. The guy with the weird looking metal face, the dumb half helmet thing. His name is Foolproof, not Fool. like full, like my cup is full, like foolproof. It's a stupid
Full of
name.
proof.
And I think that figure is really dumb looking too. And the only reason I bought them was because I wanted the Lars figure, and they came as a set. Oh, they didn't come originally as a set, but on the eBay auction it was a set. Those two dudes. And I was just watching it, and it was listed at $20, and then I got a notification that said, "You have a new offer from this seller for $9.99." It's like, oh shit! All right, I'll pay $10 for these. Because like I thought $5 a piece was awesome, especially because that Lars figure, the one I actually wanted, like he's not worth this, but he's always listed for $20 on eBay. Like nobody pays that for him, but. This is my Snowcat Transformer dude that I got from you.
Oh, that's cool.
And it looks like a G.I. Joe Snowcat ish when it's in vehicle mode.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've been working on your winter team.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. I've been my winter team. I
Ski
haven't.
Patrol.
I almost bought another Frostbite today.
So you gonna make like one of like the little winter towns for Christmas?
Yeah, I should.
Ooh.
Stick all these guys.
We
in.
actually, Jess has a bunch of those, and I've been like doing like
Should do
Harry
that.
Potter Lego sets to add into that.
because he's action.
This is Overlord, and he's riding in the Dictator. Yo, I got dictators. I don't know what to do, but and I got that and this. Another Havoc,
I forgot he put stuff behind him. I got scared.
which the clips on the front track are broken, and I'm gonna buy new ones.
What's this called again?
The Havoc.
Heck yeah. It is.
But I bought that because I want to do like a Night Force custom with it, so it's gonna get all painted up and stuff. I got those at Jeremy's shop at Jeremy Ziggy Zang
Bartertown.
Yeah. I went up there today.
Oh, cool.
And checked out his shop finally, and it's pretty awesome. He has like we see him at his shows set up at the cons, and he's got all the toys and stuff. But like he's got so much more stuff, like so much good like 80s memorabilia stuff. Like lots of good stuff. And then I brought my pieces parts vamp. It's not supposed to. It would not have originally had doors and roof, but the doors and roof that are on there are the ones that I got from what's his name?
Oh, he's cool.
The store that I love in Ravenna, Ohio.
Your Toy Connection.
There we go. Yeah, those are the pieces parts that he pulled out of there.
Is that his name?
Ron with two N's.
Yes.
And then it's on the wrong base. It's on a Vamp Mark II base with the gray wheels instead of the green wheels because I just thought it looked cooler.
Matches the doors.
And it's missing the steering wheel, but I don't care. They open. You can pop it open. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's I was super excited to go visit Jeremy's store today and hang
That's
out.
awesome.
And he was watching Goonies and just saw a bunch of cool shit that she wanted, and he's got a lot of cool video game stuff, and he's got a lot of cool, like a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff and Ghostbuster stuff. And
Did he have the rock and roll tour bus?
I don't know.
Because I'm looking for that.
I didn't notice. He did tell me to tell you that he wants to buy some Transformers from you if you're interested in selling them to him, Jason. Anyway, it was a cool visit. It was a cool store. And y'all should check it out.
He told me he's got a bunch of G1s to go through, and
he told me the same thing today.
Like,
He's like, I'm up for trading and buying, and so
Take your
my totes.
totes.
All right, Elgin. I know. Speaking of totes,
Yeah, I got
pal.
a lot of stuff to go through to get rid of the stuff that's been piling up.
otherwise it's going to get out of control.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a different tote to carry stuff here. All right. So at Cracktastic Plasticon,
Just last weekend, when this
weekend.
was recorded.
yes, I picked up Clamp Champ from whatever seller had all the pops.
a lot of pops.
Pop City over there.
Didn't have anything else, did he? It was all pops.
It was all pops.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have this as the origin figure as well. I don't have it as a vintage. The vintage is expensive to get that as a figure, but yeah,
So
it's
cool.
looking.
He grabs things hard.
Yep, clamps them. Give him the clamps. So a while ago at the corner store, I bought this Skeletor bag clip. I think one of the very early episodes.
Oh yeah.
I bought this
Yep.
from them, and I saw He-Man at.
Where?
That's a great question. Because
Doesn't matter. You got the He-Man
It's a
bag clip.
secret.
somewhere it could have been Kansas City.
Could have been.
I don't know, but I have it, and I have two of them.
Oh,
Yay!
I think Skeletor is missing a sword or something, but you can kind of
Yeah.
see where it would.
But
push
now
in.
you can close your.
But now I have two
Doritos
of them. Yeah, my Doritos. And
do you
then,
know if they made any others? Probably just these two.
I haven't really looked.
Yeah.
I just kind of when I see them, I buy them.
Yeah,
type of thing,
those
'cause they're
merchandise things
vintage.
are so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah, there's like a hole to put.
Yeah. So I think he has a
Big
sword.
hole.
It's supposed to be a sword or a staff or something. There's a picture of it somewhere. Look online if you want to find
Really
out.
cool thing.
There's a thing called Google. Yeah.
I've heard of that.
This is like the happiest Skeletor face ever. He just looks so happy. Like I'm just
here to hold your
I'm
chips.
a happy little Skeletor. I don't know what he sounds like. I
Yeah,
can't do it.
perfect.
That's good.
I picked up a Target Savage He-Man. It was a 2-pack with Orco. So he has a little shark necklace around him because Ethan gave me that, and I thought, well, Savage He-Man would probably look cool with the giant shark
Yeah.
tooth. So I put it on him and did pictures with it.
Accessorizing.
So
It does work.
yeah.
It's great.
So yeah, it was a 2-pack with Orco, which when I find it, I'll show you.
When I get to
Probably
it.
at the bottom of the pile here. That was at Target somewhere in Iowa or Missouri. Not sure.
Look at that.
This is my vintage Landshark. I did get this at the store that we're going to talk about on the store tour. So I'll leave out the name.
Vintage.
But this is the vintage Landshark. I ended up getting
Chomp,
this head, top part of the head from Jake Book. He had it when we visited him. And it also had the sticker on it. Mine didn't. And mine was
yes.
broken. The tab inside was broken, so it didn't work.
Oh, that's awesome.
They had two of these at that store, and one of them was missing one of the pieces, and one of them had another piece. And they were both, one was 12 and one was 14. And I said, can I just move that piece on there, and I'll pay you the higher
14.
price. They're like, no, $12 is fine. So it's complete with the engine and seat and both guns. There's a tab broken on the gun, but it's still there. And it doesn't work, kind of. If it'll go. There it goes.
Chomp
There
it.
it goes. Eating.
He's eating the shit out of shit.
But I have that as an Origin vehicle.
Is
as
the Origin one
well.
bigger?
It is.
And a Lego.
Do you know where those clips went? I can put them
They're
in this.
right here.
Okay, I was gonna throw them in this box. So I don't
You guys
lose
see
them.
my clips anywhere?
Have you seen my clips? And you guys see
Ooh.
there-
Stands.
There's Orco. So this is the Orco that came with Savage He-Man. He comes with a little stand as well.
So cool.
So yeah, he's it's kind of like the desiccated Orco version of that.
That squeaking's really great, Corey.
I know. My vamp does it too.
Awesome. Here's Orco.
So this is the Origin Stridor. He has a little
Giddy up.
his gun's somewhere in the box that goes over here. But he comes with a little stand, so you can shove it into him. So then, oops,
He can do his raised up.
you can do stuff.
Let's all watch Elgin stick things into other things.
Ooh.
There we go.
Probably like that.
That is pretty freaking awesome.
So yeah, it comes.
pictures.
But this piece also connects the Castle Grayskull, the Origin Castle Grayskull, and this tab on the side, right there on the end.
So cool that they do that. Man.
Yeah. So when you open it up, it'll slide inside underneath a part of it. His gun's somewhere. I'll leave it in the box.
Orco's hat looks like it's got a prolapse.
Oh, that sparkly silver is great.
Did you guys break this already?
No, it was working fine for me.
There we go.
Boing, boing, boing.
Corey totally broke it.
I broke it.
I saw it.
Oh, this is another piece
one of the
to
coolest orcas I've
to
seen.
him. He has 2 different helmets. He has that helmet,
And so he's got his unicorn
and this is
helmet.
his normal one that came with the vintage figure, and then he has that one.
Stabby horse
that-
one.
Yeah. So that's also
pretty unicorn.
to also attach to him if you wanted to attach that.
Do you want to play with this unicorn, Spitty?
Don't fall for it again, Spoonie.
It's a pretty cool butt gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was
Not enough.
all the guns and stuff on it were like the vintage one. Same thing, had all that stuff. So this Evelyn came with a T-shirt that I got at Target. It glows in the dark also. So if I charge it up, it'll anyway. It's not any different other than it glows in the dark than the other Funko one that they did. This is Leech. I think I got this in Kansas City at the FYE store that's there in the mall. Oh, that's where I got it. I got it at the store in the mall, that potato clip thing. I knew it would come to me at some point. But yeah, this was a FYE exclusive character. He's looking at the glow in the dark Evelyn.
Not working.
Try harder.
No.
This is
Oh, yeah.
the Evelyn from the CGI show, the Netflix CGI show that I'm not collecting, but I have lots of.
Yeah, how many now?
All but 2.
Yep. Totally not collecting.
Not collecting them.
They're so.
But that's kind of her transformed version when she has the Havoc power. She becomes that sorceress Evelyn style. The bat wings
This would
and
be
the
a lot
freaky
cooler
eyes.
if it was actually like flexible and you could
It
stick it
would.
to things.
Yeah. Well, that's like the vintage
I
one.
tried sticking it to my forehead and it didn't work.
Yeah. It'd be cool if it had suction stuff like, the like a push button on the back. You could suck it to stuff, but it doesn't.
So when they designed this character, basically what they did was they said, hey, let's look at every picture of a 90s goth girl.
Uh-huh.
And then,
Uh-huh.
and that was it. And that's her.
Yep.
Spooty agrees with the nod of his head.
Her eyes are kind of like freaky looking a little bit. All right, this is the Masterverse Man-at-Arms Revelation figure. I kind of wish he had a second head sculpt with his man.
I
bun.
was just going to ask how you felt about his big old
I
head.
mean, they did it in the show. Might as well just do it in that for the figure. So, but they got him kind of classic, how he looks in the
Power
like the vintage-
stash and the-
yep, and everything.
He's badass.
He's got weapons somewhere. All right, this is
Fidget spinner He-Man.
fidget spinner.
Oh, shit. And it's
This is the Flying Fist He-Man. It's out of package. I think last time I might have showed it in package. Anyway, this
Right.
spins,
Ooh.
and then this spins. This
So
mace.
it's John Cena
I don't know what that.
You can't
because
see
he had the belt that had a spinner.
Did he?
Oh.
I
Yeah.
don't remember that.
Yeah.
But then he moves with action power.
Oh, sweet dance moves, He-Man.
If you put this in his hand.
Oh, my.
Like this, and
You'll have to watch the video to
yeah.
see what we're doing right now.
yeah. I think I've done a video. I think
Or
I've done
don't,
a video
you
of
know.
this, and that's his shield spins.
It's
I
that
don't-
vintage face, though.
Yeah, vintage. Well, that's the
Ish.
swept face. They did come. It did come with a vintage face too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, this is the last thing.
Holy moly! I don't know what it is, but that's freaking cool. I'm going to guess
Corey's gonna break it.
2000X.
Yes, this is 2000X battle tank. As you can see, it looks nothing like a tank because it doesn't have any treads. It has wheels, and this is the vehicle I talked about in the dumbest vehicle
Yep.
episode.
Yep.
And then I saw it, and I'm like, well, it's the dumbest vehicle. Now I have to buy it. And he attacks if you push this down.
Wasn't me with He-Man.
Whoa,
Like
that's
that.
freaking awesome.
And these open up.
You know,
And guess what? It's 2000X, so it shoots something.
Yeah, more shit to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I know this is dumb, but it's kind of awesome.
Yeah, playing with it was like, okay, I can see.
Kind of looks like an old.
I just wish they wouldn't
Thrasher.
have called it
like
Battle Tank. Is all.
Just don't put the missile back in it, or Corey will lose it.
I'll take that. Yeah.
That's freaking cool.
Oops, I knocked over your transformer.
Son of a bitch.
So Strider has these blast effects too. These kind of translucent, purpley blue things. He's got watching. And Savage He-Man has a giant battle axe for once.
Very cool.
And there's other stuff in there. That's weapons that I don't want to lose.
But you got through it.
Yeah,
That
that's
it?
all of them.
That's it.
Oh, he has it. Savage He-Man comes with this giant spear as well.
Of course he does.
That's huge.
God, I hate how much I like that battle tank.
I know it's.
Oh man, it's so.
I think so. I got that at the Brass Armadillo in Des Moines. It was just sitting there, complete. But it's complete. Like it has everything, unless Corey stole a missile.
I did not.
Okay.
I don't know where
I
the
like
second
those
one
colors.
is.
Yeah, where'd the
too.
second one go?
I don't think it was in there when you fired the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right here.
Okay.
Found it.
Don't you accuse
Yeah,
me
I
of
really
nothing.
like
so you
those
can also
colors.
take off this and use it as a weapon
Pew, pew.
to shoot. Also,
Great.
if you had the figure for it. So, or you can sit back here. And
But you
shoot.
don't, because you don't collect that.
Yeah, of
Thank
course not.
goodness.
Of course not. I don't have a He-Man already and a Castle Grayskull from the same line. But I just wish it was named something different. Like
What would you call it?
I don't know, Wolf Attack or something, because it's a wolf. You know, it's actual. It's supposed to be a wolf face as part of the
Demon
battering
wolf.
ram,
Oh,
or
it's like
Wolf
a
attack.
dragon head.
yeah, something.
Not.
Not battle tank.
Yes.
Could have been battle ram. There was already a battle ram in the
Yeah,
vintage
that's
line.
true.
Just call it
Could have
battle
been like
ram
attack aardvark.
because it's supposed to ram. But
Awesome.
anyway,
Very
so
cool.
now I have that so He-Man can drive to Castle Grayskull.
Gosh, I love the vehicles. All right, Spudamus, Maximus, what do you got over there, pal?
I mean, I got a lot of Transformers.
A lot.
But I only have two because, this guy just takes up all the time.
Yeah,
Right.
we get it, Elgin. You're rich.
This is
Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime, we knew
no,
that, Spooty.
it's I can't remember the movie it was from. Revenge of the Fallen, I think.
Yeah.
One of those Optimus Prime.
RTL.
He's kind of a bitch to transform. It's got a
Is that
little.
Oh, that was the weird looking
This
one.
is the.
Oh, he is
That's
weird
that's some
looking.
shiny
But he looks.
plastic.
So he looks like the dumb, robot mode, but it's the like the G1 style semi,
Some glossy plastic. Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is the Generations Cybertronian Optimus Prime.
And Eddie wasn't kidding.
That dude took me like an hour to transform.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He said it was kind of hard, but and Spooty's like, challenge accepted.
I mean, it's fun, but
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
He
it
looks
took
hard.
like 2 minutes
Should've.
to like put back into robot mode. But
Yeah, you just flip it here and you turn it
Yeah.
down there, and he still looks
Bop it.
good.
Tug it.
would have to like add on to.
Yeah, you're already to 2 shelves.
I have like 25 more Optimus Primes to put up.
Cheese
there,
and
so-
rice.
cheese and rice.
Both.
Awesome, Spoots.
He's pretty good.
Okay, well, yeah, I got some things too. Speaking of that Cracktastic Plasticon just last weekend and that Eddie fella, I got me a Decepticon Fracture. It's a Walmart exclusive based on a female GoBot called Crasher.
Huh.
And I have a couple of this mold now, and I really like it. It's based on that Classics Mirage guy, but in this nice new colors, and so I had to get it from Eddie. So he's
That's
really cool.
probably far superior to the GoBot version.
Oh, it has to be. It just has to be, right?
Just lucky you got there before I did.
Yeah, yeah.
Totally would have grabbed that.
And then I've been hounding my pal Turnip about getting some toys from him, and I really was working hard on some robots in disguise, the RID line, and because it's kind of one I kind of skipped. I had a few of those, but I had been falling in love with them, and I really wanted to get this one, and he had him, and his name's Skybite. We've mentioned him before, and like one of those little one-step changers from Cyberverse, but it's a flying shark, of course, and you can see his little mouth. It's now a butt, but and his sweet little head. But yeah, Skybite, he's a fun character from the show and the cartoon, and it's just a neat, weird-ass toy, right? A flying shark.
And you have the one step, right?
Yep,
Right.
yep. So he's in the one step's got the claw switch, but spins and stuff.
I have a different version of him.
Yeah, there's been a few, but that's the RID one. And then I got a masterpiece, MP25 Tracks, and I just got them out of the box last night. I haven't a lot of Masterpiece toys, and I'm not necessarily trying to get Masterpiece because they're just so expensive, but worth it. Just even playing with this guy, who I'm guessing is still relatively simple. It took me a damn hour or two, and the instructions that are in Japanese, and you're just like, what how do I? And there's so many steps, but Trax is just a character I've always loved. He's got a flying car mode, which was always really neat, and I love his colors. His character's kind of a pompousy little like don't scratch my paint, and he's kind of goody two shoes, but stays by himself, and but he's I've always liked Trax a lot, and it's really neat to have the Masterpiece version of him, and I assume Spoody will have that out before too long.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like the rich kid in the 80s film.
Kinda, yeah. But at least he keeps to himself for the most part.
With this IROC.
But he's a Corvette, yeah. And then lastly, I'll talk about today. I did it! I got another one, Alternator's Camshaft. He's an Acura RSX, and I accidentally won him on eBay. Yeah, that happens. You know, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
You're watching your toys. You
It
hit the watch button. You're like, okay, cool. And then like it gets to that day, and you get another alert, and you're like, okay, whatever. And then it gets to that hour, and you're like, really? No one's bid on him? I'm like, okay, I'll put a stupid number in there that's way under what he goes for, but still a dumb number.
Right.
And then something happened. I had to go cook dinner. I came back and, hey, you won the bid for like $29, when I really, 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 really thought he was going to be the last one.
Really?
Because he's one of the last ones in the line. He was a Walmart exclusive.
Yeah.
I don't find him for less than $100 everywhere, for real. And like, there he was.
Dang.
So just be patient and just wait till you find
Yeah.
one. I've been getting lucky with all these alternators, but
True.
I really thought he'd be the last one. So I only have 2 more after this to go, a red Jeep and a red car, and we'll see. I got all year still to go to look for him, but yeah, Camshaft, he's pretty awesome. I love him a lot.
Does this Trax transform the same way as the other one?
Not even close. Not a
So
chance in
the
the
legs
world.
aren't as stupid.
Oh no, it's got 40 more steps to it.
Oh, good.
Than the others.
Was that part of your New Year's resolution to finish this line?
Yep, it's the one that I am most focused on, is getting the alternators.
You probably already said 9 seconds ago how many you have left.
I have 2 more to
2
go.
more. Okay.
I have Roll Bar, he's a red Jeep Wrangler, and Rumble is a red car guy. But
So this was an
Oh, cool. He
Acura
comes with a
6.
butt plug.
RSX. Yes, close.
Did you see that?
Uh-huh.
Comes
with a butt plug.
That's something else. And that's his
Butt plug.
Okay, moving on. So let's get into the topic at hand today, fellas. Shipping toys. Do you want to start with the bad stuff or the good stuff?
I don't know.
Okay, good call.
Good. And
Yeah,
then just
so-
trash everybody else. Huh?
Okay, so I know we all get a lot of toys. We don't necessarily ship out a lot of toys. I know Corey probably does more than anyone. But
Yes.
what today I'd love to do is to at least hit some of the major dot points of the things that are important to do when shipping a toy out, so that we all get a toy that's in the same shape that we bought it for when it gets to us.
Yes.
Corey,
One piece.
what's a major dot point for you that's important that we all need to do?
A box
Versus a bubble mailer?
versus anything that's not a box.
Yes! How does that still happen? People shipping in bubble mailers.
Also on the topic of box,
Ugh.
make the box big enough for
Yeah.
the thing,
Don't
so you
fold
don't
it
have
in
to
half.
fold it. I've
Don't-
got several
yeah.
folded cards,
Amazon
and I collect the
is-
cards because they have artwork.
Don't cut the O-ring of the G.I. Joe and then put it in a box that's half the size of the figure.
Yeah,
A box. It's
Oh,
important.
for a Joe.
that
that's
actually
only-
happened.
It has, yeah. No, that hasn't. No, I
No, but I
have
did it to some
gotten-
guy just to fuck
I have
with him.
gotten. I've gotten. One time, I got a figure in the mail that when it arrived to me in the bubble mailer, the crotch was broken off.
Sure. Well, it's bubble.
And it wasn't that in that shape when it was sent to me. It happened in shipping, and it's because they didn't put it in a box.
Yeah.
If you want to save money, put it in a thin box and put that box in a bubble mailer because you'll get charged for the bubble mailer even though it's in a box inside of it.
And like
I
Elgin
didn't
said,
know that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like the box has to be small enough, but like if you put it in a bubble mailer, it's less. Yeah.
but if you're shipping something on a card,
Yes.
it needs to be the full size of the card.
Yes.
Do not do what
25%
Amazon
at least.
do
Yeah.
not do what Amazon Prime does and just fold it
And
and
shove it in,
Oh my
in the
God.
box that fits the size of half the size of the thing.
I've heard of people doing. I've heard of like. This isn't shipping, but this is stupidity. I've heard of checkout clerks at Walmart doing the
Yeah.
same thing, like folding the card
Oh,
in half
right
and
in
shoving
front
it
of
in
you
the bag.
too.
Yeah.
That's why I always go through self-checkout with my toys.
For
So,
real.
so that I know that I'm handling them properly. I bought that deluxe Ram Man Origins figure from Amazon, and they folded it in half. And
Jeez.
I think the Eternian Guard that you got for me, it was either yours or the one Amanda got for me.
But still.
Either one of them was folded as well, back basically back on itself. So yeah,
Well, I don't
That's
know if we're going to
fucked.
reach a lot of Amazon warehouse employees, but
don't care.
for those of you who are shipping, don't do that.
Don't fold the card in half. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
if it's vintage or not. People don't want that to be a thing.
yeah,
For me, a lot of it's mostly Transformers, obviously for me. So I always think it's important for whatever it is to make it into its smallest version
Yeah.
and individually wrap it in bubble wrap.
Don't ship this
like that. In
figure like this.
Bot mode.
It's gonna break.
put it into vehicle mode where it has less.
Remove the things that
Arms
are
and whatever.
detachable,
Yeah.
right?
I even think
Not
that
Weapons
I
and
even
weapons
think
and
that
whatnot.
if something is coming with a box, take the thing out. If it's, if it's kind of loose in the box, you still got to take it and wrap it
Yeah, make
individually.
sure
Oh,
it's- yeah.
so
And
it's
if you
not-
can take parts off, take the
Ravel.
parts off, wrap them
I mean,
individually.
Some of this plastic is 40 years old now.
hmm
That
yeah,
they
for
are-
vintage
that people
stuff
are
for
shipping.
sure. Yeah, if you're not going to transform it into vehicle mode, and you just want to put it in a box, wrap that bot mode in something so it's not just rattling around in whatever box, the
Mhm.
original box, and then
Yes.
put that box in another box, and then so.
Yeah, and then like
Make sure
Russian
there's
doll the
padding
shit
around
out of
it.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, make sure there's enough padding around it as well, whether
Yeah,
it's bubble or
You don't want it
the
moving
air.
around within the
Yeah.
box. You got to fill that box full
Yeah. Plus,
with not packing peanuts if you can help
I was
it,
gonna say
or styrofoam.
not fucking packing
yeah,
peanuts.
with the inflatable air stuff or bubble
Very
wrap.
loudly not packing peanuts.
Or make sure it's surrounded completely, not putting it in the box flat down and then stuff on top because there's nothing on the bottom and it's going to get pressed.
Yeah,
So
That's-
it's got to be
you got to
All
pack
the
the
way around.
box first, and then put the thing in, and then pack
Yeah.
around the thing, and then pack the top of the box.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that last.
we all had middle school science classes where we dropped an egg from the top of a building. You want to wrap it like that. Do that for a toy and then ship
Yes.
it.
For real. That last ratchet I got, somebody, so it's like this, and they took a piece of styrofoam that's like this big, and they just cut out a hole in the bottom of the one side of the styrofoam and fit it over top of it, and then
stuck that in the box.
and stuck that in a box, and then took the parts that he dug out to make room for this and just stuck it in the box. And when that toy come, it took me forever. All that styrofoam had broken up, and it was inside every single crevice.
Yeah.
Gross.
Styrofoam is 100% the second worst thing to ship stuff in.
And the first one?
Don't pack your boxes full of old Walmart grocery bags. That pisses me off. I've got enough of those fucking things as it is.
But that's still
Don't-
better than nothing.
Still
It's better
okay.
than nothing, but it's not. I mean, it's sticky
What
fucking
else
bags.
you do with,
Like your ice cream melted and you're going to shove that shit into the box. No.
That's not cool, yeah.
Don't-
They're rating underneath
my
their
God.
sink. They're like, oh, I got plenty of these.
It's happened like 3 times in the last 2 weeks. Like something comes and it's stuffed full of fucking grocery bags, plastic grocery bags. It's like, come on, man. So yeah, that's yeah.
And another thing I think is important, I think somebody said it really quick, but this just happened with my camshaft. Somebody it just takes one of these.
A
baggie?
single
Oh.
Ziploc bag.
Put the shit in the Ziploc
Put
bag.
the missiles and the guns,
Yes.
and all the things.
Yeah.
Because in that ratchet I just talked about with the styrofoam, it came missing a piece because this whole box was just all.
And was not taped shut well.
And guess what? That missile I was missing was on the bottom of the toy that was on the bottom of the box, covered with styrofoam, and I just all he had to ever do was just throw them all into a baggie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
tape, or maybe tape it to something so it wouldn't get lost either, because that could easily get lost too.
yeah.
Yep.
You know,
So
I,
it's
uh,
if you're
definitely
wrapping it
recommend that.
in bubble wrap, then tape it.
I always,
within it.
Yeah. If I sell a figure, I always make sure that the accessories are in a bag. Usually, I put the whole thing into a Ziploc bag because it's GI Joes are small. But yeah,
Contained, yeah.
That's why I just don't sell things.
Sure, but
Yeah.
you buy things and you know what you like when it comes, and you know what isn't cool when it comes.
A Big Bad Toy Store, they usually do a pretty good job
They really do.
packing stuff.
yeah, they Tetris stuff in really well. And
Yeah, especially if you're ordering more than one thing. When I got all those wrestlers, the Motu wrestlers, they had them all packed in there, so everything was fine. Like nothing was bent or anything.
Well, and if you order like the good box or whatever,
right.
like,
And I
they
just
make
did
extra
standard.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they have different options as well of custom.
Versus Target and
Collector.
Walmart, I've both had them come with just a on-card thing just in the box, nothing else.
Right.
So that thing just rattled around like crazy. And so if you were a collector of the box and packaging, man, it was not that it was bad.
Yeah, I had
but
both
she
versions of
dinged
that.
up pretty good,
I had
yeah.
both experiences from Walmart where I ordered one of the retro GI Joe vehicles from them online, and one of them came packed well, and the other one came in a box, and that was it. It's a big, heavy box already, so it wasn't as bad as just as throwing something on a card in there, but it's still that's the epitome of laziness. They're at a packing station. I know that they have that stuff. They just
Right.
didn't fucking bother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you think of?
Oh, all
Things
kinds
you
of
like?
things.
Go on.
Things I like.
Or don't like? Oh, you have stories.
Well, see, okay, so the other day I got something in a bubble mailer.
Okay.
But it was a small thing. It probably wouldn't have been damaged in shipping, but the guy took the time to took the time to cut out a nice piece of corrugated plastic, something hard to protect the thing that was inside the bubble mailer. I'm okay with that. If it's something, I think it was a cape for my Serpentor figure and a dagger, and but yeah, he put them in a baggie. He taped that baggie to a piece of hard corrugated plastic, and then stuck that in a bubble mailer, and it worked out really well.
Yeah, I've gotten that several times with multiple things. Just someone Even when Jimmy sends me CDs, he'll take just a piece of cardboard and stick it in that mailer just to help.
Yeah, just something rigid to keep it from being easily bent.
So if you have to use a mailer,
yeah.
But it's still
at
the
least
idea of almost like a box within
that
that
rigid,
bag.
And I don't mind mailers if it's not something that's fragile, because like that cape is fabric, and the dagger that I ordered is the reproduction one, so it's like less than an inch long and just like small. Nothing was going to happen to it, and so mailers are fine for that. But it's nice that it's like that the rigid protection is there.
Yes.
Not like throwing a 40-year-old figure into a plastic baggie.
dirty
into a
Walmart
bubble.
bag. I'm
Fucking
still laughing.
Dirty fucking
That's
Walmart
the
bags.
worst.
Man. Oh, I hate it. I would much rather have
styrofoam.
an overpacked styrofoam peanut box explode in my face than open your dirty fucking Walmart bag.
Okay.
Noted. Noted.
I don't know that you're wrong. I just didn't think about it. Gosh, that's good.
Here's an old sock. I don't need this anymore.
Okay. Ew.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to pack this in my dirty laundry that I was going to donate to Goodwill, but now I don't have to.
Wow.
More?
More what?
I don't know.
Are we doing positives or negatives?
I mean, it's kind of
Whichever. It's been both.
I mean, so I think a big deal is actually ship the item.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
If I buy something from you, send it to me.
Right.
It's kind of what it's all based on.
I got fucked around twice in the last week by Mercari and eBay. The eBay one finally shipped, but it was 10 days later. Like I ordered something on the 20th of April, and I emailed them like 3 days later and said, "Has this shipped yet?" And he said, "No, it's going out on Monday." Okay. Monday came and went. No tracking. Tuesday came and went. Finally, I emailed him again on Tuesday night. I said, "Hey, has this shipped yet?" "Oh, no, all the eBay stuff is going tomorrow." And, okay, fine. But you told me 2 days, or you told me Monday, and now it's Wednesday. And so then it finally arrived at my doorstep 10 days later. And so I was perfectly happy to leave neutral feedback that pissed him off, but I don't care. I was like, they communicated, and there was nothing wrong with it, but they're in Chicago, so it's not like it was coming from somewhere far away. I'm 3 hours away from Chicago.
To the Quad Cities. And then to Hawaii
Yeah,
and
so
then
it
down.
took a week and a half for me to get a thing from somewhere that's 3.5
And
hours
all they had to
away
do
from
was say it would take 10 days. And it
all they had to do was put literally anywhere in the listing, we ship on this day and this day.
and
or,
plenty do.
Yeah, most do. They didn't, and they're mad at me for not leaving positive feedback when I didn't have a positive experience. So, and then the other guy, this Mercari seller, I bought something on Mercari, and after 3 days, I got a notification from Mercari that said, "We've sent the seller a reminder to ship." I was like, okay, well, what's going on? So then I finally messaged the guy, and then the next day, he got back to me and said, "Oh, yeah, I shipped, my ex dropped it off for me, so it should be there anytime." I'm like,
Jeez, yeah,
I was
you're
like,
bullshitting now.
I was like, "Can I have tracking?" And he's like, "Oh, my ex dropped it off, and I'm trying to get her to send it for me." I was like, "All right, well, I guess shit happens, and I understand, I'll give you a couple of days." And so a couple of days later, I'm like, "Hey, did you get tracking yet?" Like, it's like, oh, that's when he told me the X thing. And I was like, so you don't actually know if it's shipped or not? Like, you didn't drop it off. You don't actually know if this is shipped yet? He's like, oh, no, she had her own stuff to drop off. So I know she did. I was like, but it's your ex. Like, if she doesn't like you and you're telling me, and on Mercari, you're telling me that she's a bitch in this message, like, then maybe she didn't to spite you. And finally, after like the third time I messaged him, I was like, listen, man, I don't want to sound like a dick here, but like I'm going to go ahead and put in a cancel request for this thing because it's been over a week and I still don't have tracking. And he's like, oh, no. And he gave me like this whole spiel about sometimes I get stuff before I even get tracking information from the post office, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, and he was like, sorry, something about what I wanted. And I was like, I want tracking. This is the fourth time I've asked. Like, that's what I want.
Right.
And
And
finally
what have
I
I
just
bought?
put in a cancel request, and Mercari canceled the order for me within a couple of hours. And So, not a huge deal, but like, I understand if like shit's going on, but like if shit's going on, don't give me an excuse. Just tell me, I'm sorry, I don't have it, I didn't ship it, whatever, here's your refund. Sorry for fucking you around.
How did it come shipped?
It didn't.
Oh, it didn't come yet?
It just never showed up.
It never showed up. He either shipped it or he didn't, and it's never showed up. I'm assuming he never shipped it.
I mean, you mean his ex-girlfriend never
His
shipped it
ex-girlfriend or ex-wife or whatever never shipped it. Like I'm convinced that this thing is not in the mail, and I've already ordered another one, so I might get a second one or I might get the first one before the second one comes. But like I had within 3 hours of my purchase, I had a tracking number in front of me.
Sure,
So
well, you should, something. I just recently picked up one of the castle parts for the 2000X Castle Grayskull on eBay, and the one I was looking for was parapet number 3, because there's 4 different ones I need. So I ordered it, got it from the guy. It got here very quickly. Open it up, it's castle part number 4.
Oh.
Which I'd already ordered from another person because I had one that had 1, 2, and 4. So I took a picture of it. I'm like, hey, this is the wrong one. Can you send the correct one? And I was kind of blunt with it. I was like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Whatever. And I didn't really want a refund or anything. I just wanted the correct one.
Right.
And it was shipped in a bubble mailer.
Yeah.
It wasn't in a box at all, which was fine. It was just one piece and it's plastic, but still, it's. And then, I was just gonna can you please send that? I didn't think I said please. I said just send the correct one. I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, "Oh, I had a death in the family," and then he just refunded me the money immediately. He's like, "I had a death in the family. I won't be able to send it out at any time." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." But he just refunded it, and then I just found it for the same price.
The
somewhere
old
else.
death in the family gag.
That'll shut him up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Somebody that my wife's uncle knew died, and
But he did refund me,
Yeah.
Immediately. Like
that was cool
as soon
of
as I sent him the message, he refunded. So
and
it
so now
was
you have an extra fourth piece.
Yeah,
and
fourth wall.
not giving it back.
But
I mean, I
He
don't
didn't
want
ask for it
He didn't
back?
ask for it back. I would have sent it back, but
Put it up for sale.
yeah.
Yep.
So I just have an extra one, I guess.
So I guess the big dot points we're trying to say are that it's important to us that things get shipped well, and the thing for us to remember is, as buyers, is that not everyone that has toys that are selling toys and shipping toys understands the neuroticism and analtude of everyone who's buying those toys. So it is also on us to communicate with where we're getting these toys from.
100% of the time, I will pay an extra $2 to make sure it's shipped properly.
Oh yeah, and have
that's
that
all it costs.
conversation.
Like the difference in it's like $3 to send a mailer and like $5.25 to send a small box. I will happily pay that extra $2
for sure
to have it shipped in a box.
But when you're paying like $10, $15 for shipping,
Right.
and they send it
yeah.
like in a loose mailer.
Yeah, when they're charging you for their time to ship something, they should take the time to ship it. Like, don't charge me $10 for your half an hour of time that it takes you to pack this to drop this in a mailer.
I just also know that I can do probably better on my part as far as it just takes one quick message of asking about how it's being shipped.
Yeah, I do that now.
Whether it's on us to
and you can look at their feedback and stuff
Yeah.
and see if they
or like if it's important to you that what you're buying needs to come not broken, then
I've
take
started
that extra message.
I've definitely started doing that. Like
Yeah.
every time I'm gonna buy something that I know is fragile, like it's always been a, hey, can you tell me your shipping method? I want to buy this. Tell me what your shipping method is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how soon do you ship out, and how are you going to ship this?
Yep.
And I usually, like, if I don't get a response from them, then I'm not buying from them. But I almost always get a response, and I think one time I've said, well, can you charge me an extra $2 to put it in a box so that it's gets here safely?
Yeah.
And,
all worth it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's take a quick little break. We're going to hear from our podcast network, the PFPN. Here's this little message.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
All right, let's get in the van. Elgin, let's take us on a store tour.
All right, today's story we're going to is called Brothers, Toys, and Collectibles in 5810 Johnson Drive in Mission, Kansas. This is pretty close to our friend, family member, Jason Shadnick's. It's about 15 minutes away from his house, actually.
Lucky duck.
When I went down there and we drove out to it, I was like, oh, that's pretty close to where you live, actually. Why haven't we gone here before?
I know.
It's actually a new store there in the Mission District area there. It's a smaller store, but it does have quite a bit of stuff in there. New stuff, a lot of basically like Target-esque stuff there, and some vintage stuff as well. That's why I picked up this Landshark over there. And then they also got Trapjaw, the Masterverse Revelation one that I couldn't find anywhere else, and it was there, so I picked it up.
Is there a store that we've been to comparatively in size that we could, for a frame of
Yeah, I'm
reference
trying to
for
think.
us?
It was smaller than that one in the mall, the plastic.
Classic
Classic plastic.
Classic plastics.
It was probably smaller than that.
Was it like Kirby's beer store size?
Yeah. It's you just walk in and you walk straight in and there's the
So
counter.
a closet.
Yeah.
Okay.
You basically walk in and straight in and that's the cash register, and then it's just kind of a small
You
room.
look to your
Yeah.
left and you look to your right.
But they have some, on all the walls and floor to ceiling basically, but it's not like cramped. You can move
Yeah.
around in it, but it has a lot of stuff in it because a lot of stuff's on the walls and like rack type stuff. So
Dude, $12 for a complete
yeah,
vintage Landshark?
it was pretty crazy. I
That's
know.
awesome.
That's insane.
And
Is that-
and it didn't really even barter with it, like try to like get
you-
because it was already
You tried
low.
to pay more.
Yeah, because I took one piece from another one that was at 14, and I was like, well, this goes here. Can I just pay? I'll pay because it was $2, and I
Yeah.
was basically getting a complete one. And
So the prices were pretty good, you're saying?
yeah, for
They
that
have-
for the vintage stuff.
So
it was
what
good.
man.
would you pay for that? Like, what's that listed for on eBay?
They're not really that expensive. I would say maybe $25-$30
Jeez.
Yeah.
for a
great.
vehicle, for a vintage
Yeah.
vehicle. They're kind of on the lower end of vehicles. I don't know why they just just are. No, maybe
It was
nobody
probably
wants
like
them.
it's probably a really common one
Yeah.
and not hard to find and therefore
Yeah.
not terribly
There's a lot of. I've
expensive.
seen a lot of them, but they're in, different states of missing parts
Yep.
because
yep.
you have the mouth comes off, the head part that comes off, both guns will come off.
Let's see.
The engine comes off and the seat comes off. So you have all those pieces that could go missing. And I think
That's awesome.
some other stuff might come off. Maybe the sides come off. But a lot of times you're missing the guns or the engine because it's just a little tiny piece in the
Yeah.
back or the seat. So having it with the stickers, and I got a different head than from Jake. Because I didn't realize it was broken when I bought it, that one.
Yeah.
So, but even with it, still $12 for a complete
Yeah.
one is kind of ridiculous. So, I
Very
have an
cool.
extra jaw. Yeah, I might attach it to like something,
Yeah.
like a
Good
road ripper, and make some custom thing
That'd be
with
cool.
a shark ripper.
Well, hopefully we can get on tour and get down to Kansas City soon
Yeah.
because
It's a cool store.
really awesome.
I know they had Transformers like in-box like new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if they probably had Joes, or they probably had like the new Joes, like the ones
Yeah.
you don't collect.
Yeah.
The,
The shitty ones.
yeah, those.
But definitely, as
cool.
a band of brothers, this Brothers
band.
Toys and Collectibles sounds really awesome. So
Yes.
check them out. All right, it's time for Corey to do some talking. And this is where you...
everybody. Dead air.
Yep.
Hey. Oh, talking toys. You all know what the subject is because we've been bitching about it. We were swarmed. We were inundated with. Is that the right word? We
Yep.
were overcome with.
I mean, it's a lie, but it's the right
we
word.
were overcome with response to this.
You should narrow it down to just a couple.
Yeah, I'm going to go down. I think probably the most important one is Scotty Thompson responded to us, and he said that he said, guys, I'm pretty pissed.
Sounds like Scotty.
Yeah. You know what Scotty says? He's like, hey guys, I'm pretty mad right now. I don't remember what Scotty sounds like. I haven't seen him in years. He said, I ordered something in February of 2021, and it just got here last week. So that's a long time. Now, he didn't expound on that. He didn't elaborate at all.
Was it a pre-order?
Was it a HasLab thing? Was it, I bought this thing on eBay and forgot about it, and then it got lost in the mail, and then finally arrived, and I was like, oh, shit, yeah, I remember that thing. This will fit perfectly in my butt. Yeah, we've all been there. I mean, Brian Clark probably said something really stupid. I got a fingernail in my soup once. Nobody cares, Brian. Nobody gives a shit. And that's it. That's all I got. Yeah.
Awesome.
Godzilla sucks.
Okay, moving on. Hey, guys, I don't know if you know this, but we're on Apple Podcasts.
What?
Yeah. It's a really cool place
I
where
like apples.
Yeah, apples, podcasts. You love
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah.
And really
apples
cool.
Probably more.
Probably. But one of the cool features of Apple Podcasts is that you can leave a review. That's right. Every one of you listening right now could go do it if you had an account and all that stuff. But anyway, I just thought it would be really cool. We've had a few reviews now because, we're pretty famous for podcasting about apples. And
people have literally listened to our show.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
It's true.
I never would have thought. So I just thought it'd be fun to encourage y'all to get on there and leave reviews because we'll read them on the show if they're good. And 5 stars, we'll read them on the show. So let's do this one. This is a 5-star review from Bryce's dad.
Who's Bryce?
I don't know. Somebody on Apple Podcasts.
All
right. Subject titled Nostalgic Bliss! Exclamation.
Nostalgic blisters.
If you're a fan of toys, especially G.I. Joe, Motu, Transformers, then this is podcast for you. The boys are fantastic hosts and humorous while being informative. They also are very inclusive with their listeners.
Okay, boomer.
Which makes you feel like you're in the room with them. Great podcast and Facebook group. Well, thank you, Bryce's dad.
Checks
Thanks,
in the mail.
Keith.
No, who?
It's Bryce's dad.
Is Keith Bryce's dad?
You're just making shit up.
It feels like.
But anyway, yeah, y'all
Feels
could
like
go
something
do that.
Keith would say.
Yeah.
Total
Keith move.
And then while you're on the internet and stuff, stop by the Patreon page. That's patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. Man, we got a new patron here recently.
Oh, yeah.
You know who he is. His name's Turnip.
Yeah, he says all the smart things.
Yep. That's why we keep him around, so we can learn them big words. And he's great because he ponied up for the big tier, and now he's in that exclusive chat.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's
so
right.
far hasn't regretted it yet. But
Yeah.
that's
We'll
coming.
get there.
Try harder.
Oh, it's coming.
Sorry, I've been busy doing other things that's not paying attention to our fans.
But that's one of the cool perks you can find at patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. Well, all right, guys, we did it.
Did we?
Yeah, that's it.
Totally.
Episode in the bag. I'm pushing this button. It's going to start doing that thing.
gonna push that button so hard.
And we're going to get out of here and go look for some toys. What do you think?
See you boys later.
All right, thanks, everyone, for listening. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.